Yeah. Well, yeah. This is part two of the video that I was making um, earlier. Well, I accidentally touched the wrong button and it stopped it. But yeah, I'm running right now, going towards out of here, out of town, because they're looking for me. This is the Arvizu family from San Fernando, and the people from 12573 Telfair Avenue in Silmar, the neighbors where I used to live next door. Bronco Roddick, Margarita Correa's boyfriend, and her uncle, they're involved. Now these are crooked, corrupt cops. And they're gonna kill me because I found out that they've been violating my constitutional rights. And they don't want to be held responsible for their mistakes, but they expect the rest of us to be responsible for ours. What a bunch of hypocrites and cowards. Roxanne Correa, Margarita's mother, she's fully aware of what's going on. These are all people that put a good front, but behind their back, well, look at what happened to me. I used to help these people when they needed help, like to lift up a box or just whatever. And look at now. I'm running for my life. Anyway, what happened was after. Where did I leave off on the story? I don't even remember because right now I got like worried about right now. But I need to make this video just in case I don't make it. I was oh yeah, I just remembered. I was Jesus, I'm scared because they're gonna kill me. I mean, everybody's scared of the unknown. I'm scared of the unknown. Even though when I was a kid I got lucky, and I know you're not gonna believe this, but I saw the Virgin Mary when I was a little kid. When I was like 5 years old, I saw her floating on top of me when I was asleep. Well, I wasn't asleep, I was awake, but it was at night. But anyway, that's a different story. This one, what's happening to me right now? It's my worst nightmare. I cannot believe it. I did not commit a crime. I did not hurt anybody. I did not insult anybody. Maybe I've insulted somebody now after they've been trying to do what they've been doing to me. But other than that, I never had any enemies in my life. Never hated anybody. Never was envious of anybody. Now I hate these people for what they've been doing to me. I want them in prison for what they've done to me because I did nothing to them, and I'm not gonna stop till they are. Now I remember where I left off. When I was at the Telfair on the barn, one day I was inside the barn, and I heard this voice where this girl, which now I believe is Erica Arvizu, I didn't know her name back then. She was showing these people me inside the barn, and I figured, what the hell? How the hell is she showing them me? That means they had a hidden camera in the barn, or they could have been using the camera on my phone. The thing is that she was showing them me, like if I was in an exhibition, like if I was an animal at a zoo, an exhibition. To give you an example, like when you go to the zoo and they have gorillas in their habitat, well, she was showing Joel in his habitat. When I thought I had totally privacy, this bitch was showing other people what I was doing in my room. In that moment there, I swore that I would not, even if it cost me my life, will not stop till they go to prison. And that's what I'm gonna do. That bitch was showing me like if I was some animal on exhibition. She didn't know this at the time because now she knows. She's probably seen this video or probably heard me tell the story now before. But at that time, they didn't know that I could hear them. That the oldest son of Mr. Arvizu was there too. Sometimes the younger son of Mr. Arvizu was there. Mr. Arvizu was there some nights. They all took turns going through and monitoring me when I was in my room. All of them. That Bronco Roddick, the reason he did this to me He's a crooked agent. He's a piece of shit. He's a stalker. Well, obviously, he's been stalking me for 3.5 years because I threatened to sue them. This guy ruined my life because I threatened to sue him. I didn't even sue him. And I wasn't even going to. I just said that so they could get off my back, but hell, look at what happened. So anyway, after living in Telfair, I didn't have a car back then, so many mornings, when I would get up in the morning, I would get on my bike and to go to Swami when I used to help at the Swami for an hour or two. I started noticing that the nuts on my wheels of my bike were loosened, and I found that odd. The nuts do not loosen themselves once you tighten them. So I found that odd, and I started checking my bike because I figured somebody wanted me to have an accident. Well, I didn't have an accident until I became homeless. Because one time when I went to live at the tent by the railroad tracks, by the bikeway where the other incident happened, one morning I had to go to the bathroom so bad that I got on my bike and didn't even check it, and I took off to go to the park, to the bathroom. On the way back, my front wheel, on the way down, because it's a little hill, when you get out of the park, it's like a little tiny hill, my front wheel went out from under me. I forgot to check the bike, and I went face first into the concrete. I lay there for a little bit, maybe like 30 minutes, I don't know, maybe less, maybe more. To be honest with you, I don't remember exactly, but I lay there for a while, and nobody walked by with my luck. So I managed to pick myself up, and I went back to the bathroom and I cleaned myself up, and I managed to make it to a friend's house, and he took me to the hospital, which is Holy Cross Hospital, where they stitched me up, the top of my head, the side of my face, and I sent a picture of my face to Internal Affairs because at that time I believed that Bronco Roddick was LAPD, and I don't know if he had to do anything with that, but I know that there was his people because they were doing that to me when I was living in Telfair. They were loosening the nuts on my bike when I was living in Telfair. And the reason I know it's them is because who else can it be? I mean, it wasn't Gina. That's my girlfriend, and nobody else followed me from anywhere. They were stalking me. They followed me from San Fernando to Silmar. Now I realize why they did that. The whole time they were planning on killing me. I just don't know why they didn't do it. Probably because the moment hasn't presented itself where they're not gonna get caught. I have no idea. But after Telfair, after Telfair I became homeless. I lived in the bikeway. After the bikeway, I got scared because they went there too when they shot at me. What I was telling you earlier. Then from there, I went to the park, the dog park on top of Fort Hill. I'm still homeless, so I put a tent on the dog park on top of a hill. They found me there. From there, I finally had enough because I was afraid. I didn't sleep at night. I still don't sleep at night because I'm afraid that they're going to catch me sleeping. That's my biggest fear, to be caught sleeping and they kill me at night when I'm defenseless. So what I did was, at that time I still didn't have a van. So I went under a bridge. And under this bridge, because I used to build bridges, I used to build freeway bridges, so I know how they're constructed or whatever. I built myself a box, and I hung it from the bottom of the bridge. Believe it or not, there's no way to get to me when I'm sleeping, because it's a box really up high underneath the bridge, and that's where I used to sleep. That's the only place I could sleep that I could feel safe. I'm sorry. Now, a couple of times I got depressed and I was sleeping. I was up on the top of the bridge and I couldn't get down for a few days. So like a couple of times, I was really hungry, but I was still up there. One day I was so hungry and I couldn't get down because I didn't have any strength. That another homeless guy, after being homeless for a while, you get to know all the homeless. For some reason, all the homeless hang together. All the people that have houses hang together. All the people that live in apartments hang together. Like that. I guess that's how it is. So anyway. So this guy was walking by, and I said, "Hey man, do you have anything to eat? I haven't eaten in days." He goes, "No," but he threw me up a bottle of water. So a few times I called the fire department to get me down. The fire department. Every time I called, every time they went. They didn't care if I was homeless or not. They went. So those are good people. I mean, I guess they're professionals. That's for sure. That's for sure. But anyway, I hope God bless those people because every time I needed them, they were there. Uh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So after the bridge, that's when I bought this van, and so now I live in my van, and I'm afraid that they're gonna kill me, and I did nothing to them. Right now, I'm trying to get out of LA, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. The thing is, what sucks is that my parents, they don't believe me, or they're part of this. One of the two. I'm starting to think that they're part of it because they absolutely don't even try to help me, and then my sisters also. I hate to say that, but they won't give me time of day. That leads me to believe that they know more than they're leading up to be. I don't even talk to them anymore. What for? In the most difficult times of my life, when I needed them, they weren't there for me. So I'll never forgive them for this. That's for sure. Never. Never is a long time, huh? But I'll be dead soon, so it's only a matter of time before they catch me. Because the police, I went to the police 9 times. 9 times I was denied. One time to LAPD, and the one time they denied me. So 9 times I went to San Fernando police. 9 times these people, they actually said I was imagining it. I cannot believe it now. That I was imagining it. That somebody. Jesus Christ. So I find myself running for my life. These people attack me every single way. Like if there was any. First of all, what I do is none of their business, and it wouldn't even affect them. They wouldn't even know I was alive if they weren't all up in my business. All my life, I've minded my own business, only to have these assholes come and violate my privacy and get up all in my business. And because these cowards, they don't want to be responsible for their actions. Instead of making it right, they want to finish me off. Can you believe that? That's the type of people I'm dealing with. Unscrupulous individuals. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta get out of here. Yeah, this is the end of part 2. I don't really have much to say because it's late and I'm working out. It's just not right now. It's a good time, but I will make it part 3. Thank you. Bye. I hope you watch this. And this doesn't happen to you, but it's unbelievable, unreal, out of a fucking horror film. What I'm going through. This only happens to other people. Thank you very much.